to wordiheard.com.
Yo, Word I Heard TV is Lil D, and it is a pleasure. I'm in the back of the tour bus with one of my favorite Louisiana native rappers. I've been trying to interview this man for like 4 years. I can't believe it happened. New Orleans' own Dee-1.
Yeah,
how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Alright, you just gotta understand. I've been a fan since like 08.
For real?
Yes.
That's love. That's love.
I was living in Toledo. My best friend came up. He had just graduated from LSU, and he was like, "You gotta put this mixtape in. This dude named Dee-1." I'm like, "Who?" So we put it in, and we rode to Toronto, listening to your mixtape the whole way. And I'm like, "This dude is dope."
For real?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I went to LSU and
I know.
So that's where I started out. I used to make mixtapes and go hand them out on campus or sell them to people for $1 or $2, you know, just to make my money back. So it's good that all that paid off, because that was my goal, was all these people, when the semester is over, they're going to leave and go back to where they from, or they're going to move somewhere and they can spread the music. So it actually worked. So
it did.
It worked on you.
Alright, so sold out show at the House of Blues last night.
Yeah.
You in Cleveland.
Right.
You're not signed to a major.
No ma'am.
But you selling out shows.
I'm on a 50-city tour right now. So this is like city number 37. We got like 13 shows left. That's why my voice sounds like this. I don't know if y'all can tell that out there, but my voice is pretty hoarse and pretty just like gone at this point. We did so many shows, and we came to Cleveland. I'm on tour with my partners, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, who y'all just met. You know, and it's just lovely because to go to every city from New Orleans to Seattle to Los Angeles to Orlando to Cleveland to New York, and every show be a sellout. This is a blessing right now. We jumping out in the crowd surfing, they catching you, just having fun, man. It's cool. It's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So, for all these rappers who be irritating my soul, asking me how they can get their song on my radio station, and I want a deal, and this and that, can you please explain to them how you do not need a deal to sell out shows?
Yeah.
And go on tour?
Now, you don't need a deal. You just need a buzz and a fan base. That's all. And, you know, buzz and fan base do not equal having to have a deal. You can get a buzz through the internet. You can get a buzz just from the streets, just from people handing your mixtapes out to other people, and they ride from Toledo, Ohio, all the way to Toronto and whatnot with your stuff. That's where your buzz naturally comes from. And you can put a video out on YouTube, like, and have millions of hits and not have a deal. I got a video right now on MTV in rotation, MTV Jams. It's called Shut Up and Grind. You know, it's like my 5th video that's been in rotation on there. No deal. So all this stuff can happen, and all it's gonna do is make the people who do give out the deals, it's gonna make them look at you and value you and respect you that much more, because it's like, dang, that dude not even waiting on us. He out there doing it on his own. Just because they are willing to sign you doesn't mean that they value you at that point. You know, they might just sign you just so that it's like, all right, we got him on the shelf, so if he ever do blow up, we're going to make money, we're going to eat off of that. You know, it's a difference between that and them really having respect for the buzz you've built without them and saying, no, not only do we want to sign you, but we're going to make you a priority, and we're going to really, really push you. And that's really what you want. So, you know, in the meantime, man, the independent grind is lovely. And you just feel good about yourself when you look at the tour bus, you look at the fans you got, and you be like, we did this. Me and my team did this on our own. It just feel good.
Because we not going to pay you for your music. We don't even like you. But anywho.
Oh, sure.
I was talking to somebody. Don't mind me. Alright.
I'm just admiring the hair right
Thank
now.
you, baby. You know, I like it a little bit.
Yeah.
Y'all hear his accent?
Yeah.
Alright. Now, what I want to talk to you about is the kind of music you make. Your music is, I don't want to call it conscious, but it kind of is. How would you describe it?
Man, that's a great question, because when you think of conscious, like, you know, probably when me and you were growing up and you think conscious rappers, I think of people like Mos Def, Talib Kweli, you know, people like that. And that's what I thought conscious was. So now that I'm older and I'm a rapper, I'm like, well, I got a message in my music, and I'm really talking about relevant issues to our people and our culture. But my stuff don't sound like a Mos Def or Talib Kweli, because you know, I got 808s behind my beats, and you know, my production banging and it's snapping and stuff people to ride to. So it don't feel like the traditional conscious artist. So I would say that I think I just make music that I call it you know, like lifestyle music, you know, because I make music that just fit anybody's lifestyle who trying to come up and who trying to progress, you know what I'm saying? Like the new CD I got, the new mixtape, it's called the Focus Tape. And the reason why I called it the Focus Tape is because I realized that to get anywhere in life, you got to be focused on whatever your goal is, you know what I'm saying? Too many people who look like us, black and brown skin, you know, youngsters, we focused on the wrong stuff and we become great at it. We become great at ignorance, you know what I'm saying? We have mastered ignorance, you feel me? And that's, so by me talking like that and putting that type of stuff in my music, if that make me a conscious rapper, then I guess to some people that is conscious. Pretty soon people want to talk about what's really relevant to what's going on in their lives, you know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. I just like to be around good people, have good energy. Same thing with music though. Who are the people who I should have on my team? Who should my manager be? All that stuff. You just got to be in touch with your surroundings. I know how to do so much stuff because I had to do it on my own.
Say that again.
I know how to do so much of this stuff in this music industry because I had to do it on my own, you know. So I done put out albums, mixtapes, got videos on YouTube, MTV, then been on a couple nationwide tours, on one right now, sitting inside a tour bus, you know what I'm saying?
It's pretty
like
nice.
All this stuff. And it ain't nobody calling these shots for me, pulling these strings. This is me and a small team around me just being conscious, quote unquote, being conscious of what needs to be done. Where do you want your music to be? What's your goal? If this is your goal, you got to be conscious of what got to happen from now till you reach your goal, and you got to fill in all the blanks, and everything you do need to be revolved around there. It's a lot of nights that I had to stay up late when I wanted to go to sleep. A lot of that stuff because it's helping me get closer to my goal. Yeah. You know, I don't know if you had the new one yet, so I brought you the new one. This the brand new one. This just came out 3 weeks ago. It's called The Focus Tape. You dig? It's hosted by my big homie Manny Fresh from New Orleans. I got Mos Def on here. I got Killer Mike on here. I got Juvenile, Manny Fresh. Buku other people on here. And it's 24 tracks, and I wanted to
Thank you.
That. Yeah.
That's going in the deck soon as I get in the car.
Yeah.
How did you hook up with all these famous people?
So I'm going to be honest with you. I met Manny Fresh right after Katrina. And you know that was like 7 years ago Katrina hit. I met him right after that. When I first met him, he wasn't trying to do no CD with me or trying to do no songs with me. But when Manny Fresh was turning the channels one day and seeing Dee-1, that same little skinny, light-skinned dude from AutoZone on TV, that's when he was like, dang, this dude done came up. So then he was cool with working with me. Same thing, you know, Juvenile will hear my song, The One That Got Away, or J50 and Weezy on the radio in New Orleans all the time. You know, Mos Def moved to New Orleans. And everywhere Mos Def will go, he'll be running into me because we run with the same people, you know. So when people see you making moves, it's a lot easier to just link up with them and for them to respect you. Like, you know, me, like we met a long time ago. I tried to holler at her, you know what I'm saying? And when I tried to holler at her, she was like, you a little boy. You ain't nobody. But now she see me in a tour bus in Cleveland and she's like, can I get an interview?
Okay, you know I'm about.
Yeah. I'm playing though.
What do you think is the biggest attribute or character that you need to have to be where you are?
This is a whole different world from where I was a couple years ago teaching. And the only thing that really help you get there is you got to really believe in your heart that it's like, you know what, I don't know how, I don't know when, but I know it's destined for me and I know it's meant for me to do it, you know what I mean? And that's what it was with me. I didn't know how, I still don't know how, I still don't know what's going to happen next that's going to be that big break for me, but it's that belief in God that's like, I know that this is for me. I just know. I can't explain why, but I know it. I know it from the looks on the people's faces when I'm performing and when, you know, my music just hit them or whatever. I just know. And like, you're going to hear no so much, but it only takes one yes to change your life. One yes put me on this tour right now. One yes got my videos on MTV. One yes got Manny Fresh to host my mixtape. One yes got Mos Def to get on my song. You know, so it only takes one yes to change and reverse a lot of no's. So just remember that.
This has been amazing.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it so much.
Man,
I mean,
you're amazing.
Thank you so much. You are too, and I just appreciate y'all. And we, you know, we out here. We doing this, man. We really, everybody you looking at, from, you know, being on the camera to being in front of the camera, asking the questions to answering the questions. We all doing our thing right now, and we deserve to be, you know, proud of ourselves for that. That's why I start taking all them pictures every night of these crowds on Instagram and me with the fans, because it's like I'm so focused on the million fans I don't have yet, but the ones that I do have, and them looks on their faces and them going crazy and throwing their ones in the air, let me focus on them. And it just, you know, it just bring this good energy around, you know, around my whole circle, when it's like focus on what you do have instead of dwelling on what you don't have. You know what I mean? And that's what we doing right now, man. So we making it happen. And in a couple of years, when you see this, we're gonna have a big old camera. She gonna have the big gold glasses. They gonna have diamonds all around the outside. You dig? I'm gonna be sitting here. My voice ain't gonna be messed up because I'm gonna have a personal chef that's gonna be cooking for me on the tour, getting me right. And we're gonna keep doing it and coming up. But for now, man, we out here. We doing our thing. Believe it.
Yup. Word I Heard TV. We out.
What's good, y'all? This D1, the one-man army, and it's only right. I'm kicking it with my girl, Lil D. And we representing for the wordiheard.com. You dig?
Wow. You did it. Oh.
Yeah.
We the hottest on the nets, we the hottest in the street. Just make sure you spell that I with an E-Y-E. Let go. Yeah, the word I heard. The word I heard. Yeah, it's the word I